Hey everybody, welcome to a very special week of PTOM Theater where we're going live from this very boring conference room to bring you the PS Vita, fresh from Japan.
I'm pretty sure it's Vita.
Vita?
Vita.
I want to say Vita. Okay, it's Vita, fine. Whatever, guys. But we have our very own final product, PS Vita, so we're going to go hands-on, show you a little bit about the system. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to start out with a little size comparison for you guys. Here we have the last generation PSP. As you can see, the screen is not quite as big as the one on the Vita, and also the Vita is a lot slicker. It's almost akin to like what we'd see on an iPad or something. It's a very slick, smooth, shiny surface. Here it is actually compared to Ryan's iPhone. Substantially larger. The screen really feels like it's a great size. I mean, the unit as a whole is really not pocket sized, but it's definitely backpack sized, and the screen is actually substantial enough that you don't feel like you're missing out on anything.
It's fine for a handheld. Like, it's not overly big or anything at all.
Definitely. And while the unit's actually very light, it still feels very substantial. Everything about it feels really high quality.
Yeah,
all the
cheap
components feel top notch. No cheap parts or anything really. Then we have down here we have the little memory card slot. I'm going to pull that out and show you guys what it looks like. It's really
those things are tiny,
remarkably tiny. So this little guy right here is a 4 gig memory card, which is pretty great.
It's like the size of a fingernail.
The unfortunate thing about the memory cards is that if you want to buy a larger memory card after your purchase or additional memory cards, they're really going to cost you. It's kind of a bummer. The largest one you can get is a 32 gig, and that costs $120, which is actually half the price of the system.
The cheapest 4 gig option is what, like
$30? Yeah, which is still pretty expensive, but not quite as bad. And then we have the game slot here at the top. On the opposite end of the unit,
what do we got hanging out in there?
Hanging out in there, we actually have the most recent copy, Uncharted, Golden Abyss, the Japanese edition. So this little memory card, this is how games are going to come. No more UMDs, they're all going to come in little proprietary data cards like this.
And I think, and Sony did say that any game that can be purchased on those discs or those little cards can also be downloaded.
Correct. Yeah. So this if you choose for it to be a download-only system, you can definitely do that.
Just be prepared to spend the cash on those expensive cards, though.
Yeah, definitely. And then here we have the brand new live area, which is pretty awesome. I personally prefer this over the XMB.
Yay! No more XMB.
And as you can see, the touch screen is really slick, works totally fine. There are no, delays or hangups or anything. It feels super pro. They really did a good job with that.
And aside from the games even, there's all kinds of neat features in live area. Welcome Park, it has all kinds of like little mini games that familiarize you with the features of the Vita. Trophy support, PlayStation Store, a lot of the stuff from XMB made it in there too.
There will be a Twitter app at some point so you'll be able to tweet directly from your Vita, which is pretty awesome. We have the camera here, which is a lot of fun to play with. It works as well, if not better, than any camera on any phone that you might own.
Yep.
Really high quality photos. We were playing with this earlier. It's pretty awesome. And then we have this neat little button down here. The home button will immediately back you out of any program you're in and take you directly back to the live area.
Even games, it does that super seamless, so everything is just really quick and fluid. It's really nice.
Yep. We're actually going to fire up Uncharted, since we have it in there, just to give you guys a little taste of what it's like to actually play a game on the Vita. So here we go, starting up on there. So after some pretty substantial load times, we are here with Uncharted Golden Abyss. Give you a little actual taste of the gameplay. It may be kind of hard to tell with the over-the-shoulder camera we've got going on now, but the graphics actually look really amazing. They might not be quite PS3 quality, but man, they're really close.
Yeah, it's really slick, and that screen, like the OLED screen, just the colors pop on that thing. So nice.
It's definitely the best looking handheld device that I've ever played with. It's pretty amazing. And also the touchscreen functionality obviously is a big part of gaming on the Vita. So in this particular game, you can draw a little line, and Drake will follow it for you. But if you don't want to do that, if you feel like that's a little too easy, you can still totally just do it with the analog sticks and the face buttons, just like you would in the PS3 version of this franchise.
And how are the analog sticks feel?
Yeah, the analog sticks are a little bit smaller than what you're used to, but they still feel totally fine. I mean, they don't, they like I said, they're smaller, but exactly what you want them to do.
Drake's been spotted in the upper chamber. Kill him on sight. Dante's orders.
You can even do like melee takedowns of enemies just using the touchscreen, which is pretty cool.
Crawl over and kill this guy. Yeah, for example.
See ya.
The satisfying scream of death on the way down. The speakers are actually really high quality as well. Picked up in 8K. And yeah, God bless having 2 analog sticks now so we can actually move Drake and the camera independently. which is such a welcome change.
Yeah, I mean the face buttons work great too. They are also fairly small compared to what we're used to. You get a little bit of glare there. But they work just fine. Nothing about the machine at all feels unnatural or uncomfortable.
Wonder if I can shoot by tapping the screen. I can't.
Nope.
Can I target that way? No. I just thought I'd try.
So that was the PS Vita, and we took a couple questions from you guys on Twitter, and we thought we'd address those. A lot of you were asking about the 3G pricing for the US, which
and that one we actually don't have an answer for. They have not officially announced the 3G pricing yet, so we will let you know as soon as we know, but that one we don't have an answer to. But we also got questions asking us about the battery life and our playtime. You get about 4 hours or so when you're playing a game, which is pretty decent. I think we would all like to be a little longer, but that's not unreasonable.
That's on par for, I guess, the current handhelds.
Yeah, so that's not too bad. What are some of the questions we got?
Also, how is it charged? You can't use USB Mini or like the PSP charger. It has its own proprietary charger now, so...
Yeah, so you can't use your cell phone charger or your old PSP charger, but this does come packaged in with the system, obviously, so as long as you don't lose it, you'll be fine.
And then we got a few questions, too, about the other apps that we showed earlier, like the photo apps and the music and the movies. Those all, we haven't played around with a whole ton yet, but they're really, really easy to use.
And a lot of that content's only available in Japan at the moment. Like we said, we imported this bad boy, so, we're not technically supposed to have it. I don't really know.
Well, we should hopefully have our own unit soonish.
Yeah, we're working on it. Don't worry about it. In fact, you should tune in to the next issue of PTOM where we're going to have a full launch guide feature.
Absolutely.
Giving you all the details on all the games and all the specs, breaking down everything about the Vita, everything you can want to know. That's going to be in our March issue, which I believe hits newsstands on February 14th.
Yes.
So a little while from now, but hey, look out for it.
Let's see that.